Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going to be looking at what it takes to build a high-performing team.
Yeah.
And we're going to be doing it through the lens of a real-life construction company's incredible transformation.
Okay.
We'll be uncovering the strategies, the tools, and the mindsets that help them go from struggling to award-winning.
What's fascinating about this story is that it's not just about, bricks and mortar.
Right.
It's about the human element of business.
Yeah.
The power of teamwork and
Yeah.
how even a company in a traditional industry like construction
Yeah.
can become a shining example of innovation and growth.
Our deep dive is based on a book that follows the journey of Elk,
Okay.
who inherits her family's construction company,
Okay.
Jordan Senior Construction, specializing in senior-friendly buildings.
Interesting.
And things are a bit rocky when she takes charge, to say the least.
Really?
Yeah.
So what kind of problems is she facing?
Well, Elk faces a classic set of challenges. A shrinking team, simmering internal conflicts, and mounting financial pressure.
Oh,
It's a make-or-break moment for the company, and she decides to bring in some outside help.
I see.
And this is where things get really interesting.
Okay.
She hires Stefan Karnath and Eb Schmidt, two business consultants who call themselves Unternehmensverbesserung.
Unternehmensverbesserung?
Yeah,
What does that mean?
which translates to company ventilators.
Company ventilators.
Well, it's a name, right?
What a name.
I know. Pretty striking.
It is a striking name. Yeah.
It is.
The name itself speaks to their approach.
Yeah,
They aim to breathe new life into a company,
right.
not with quick fixes,
Yeah.
but by focusing on deep, sustainable change, starting with the team itself.
So how do these company ventilators actually work? What are their methods?
Their method is rooted in building trust,
Okay.
fostering open communication, even if it's uncomfortable, and harnessing what they call creative friction.
Creative friction. That sounds a little counterintuitive.
Yeah, it might sound odd at first,
Okay.
but the idea is that different perspectives, even conflicting ones, can be incredibly valuable if you manage them well.
Yeah.
It's about turning that tension into fuel for innovation rather than letting it tear the team apart.
So where do they start with this transformation?
The first step is a workshop to define the company's core purpose.
Okay.
Initially, the team gets bogged down in the what of their work.
Okay.
The buildings, the projects, the technical details.
That makes sense. It's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day tasks and lose sight of the bigger picture.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then they have a breakthrough.
Okay.
They shift their focus from what they build to why they build it.
Oh, interesting.
They realize their purpose is to create spaces that enhance the lives of seniors, giving them dignity, independence, and a sense of community.
And this realization is a game changer, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Identifying their why helps them see everything differently. The team identifies areas for improvement, like communication breakdowns and a lack of unity.
Right.
They also start to view their resources differently, realizing that soft skills and team dynamics are just as crucial as their technical expertise.
That's a powerful shift in perspective.
One of the most impactful exercises they do is sharing what they appreciate about each other.
Okay.
It's designed to create vulnerability and unearth those hidden strengths that often go unnoticed.
So they're intentionally putting themselves in a potentially awkward situation.
Yeah.
What was the reaction to that?
Initially, there's discomfort, of course.
Right.
People are naturally hesitant to be vulnerable, especially in a professional setting.
Right.
But the results are undeniable.
I can imagine some truly heartwarming moments coming out of that.
The book shares some great examples.
Yeah.
People discover talents and qualities in their colleagues they never knew existed. It helps break down negative stereotypes and fosters a more collaborative environment.
It sounds like it builds trust and understanding on a deeper level.
Right. It does.
Yeah.
And it's a good example of how stepping outside your comfort zone
Right.
can lead to unexpected breakthroughs in team dynamics.
Okay.
Next, they use something called the business triangle model
Okay.
to understand their roles within the company.
Okay, the business triangle. Break
Yeah.
that down for me. What is it exactly?
It's a framework that clarifies the distinct functions of development, sales, and delivery,
Okay.
and how these three areas work together
Right.
with support functions enabling their success.
Okay.
It also highlights the inherent tensions between them,
Yeah.
that creative friction we talked about earlier.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's not just about defining individual roles, but understanding how they relate to each other.
Precisely.
Wow.
And when they map their existing organizational chart onto the business triangle, they have another aha moment.
What do they discover?
They realize their organizational structure is misaligned with how work actually gets done, leading to confusion and hindering progress.
So the structure on paper doesn't reflect the reality on the ground.
Exactly.
I bet.
And misaligned organizational charts are more common than you think.
Yeah, I bet.
They cause unclear responsibilities, power struggles, and all sorts of problems.
So using the business triangle, what do they identify as the key area for improvement?
They pinpoint the delivery function as their bottleneck.
Okay.
They simply don't have the capacity to meet the growing demand.
Yeah.
Which puts a strain on the entire system.
That makes sense. If one part of the triangle isn't functioning properly, it impacts everything else.
Exactly. It's like a chain reaction.
Right.
And figuring out the bottleneck is crucial for focusing your efforts where they'll have the biggest impact.
But identifying the problem is just the first step, right? They still need to figure out how to solve it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They need to find a way to unleash their hidden talents and create a shared vision for the future.
Yeah.
And they do this through a surprisingly creative exercise.
Tell me more. I'm intrigued.
They ask each team member to describe their dream workspace.
Okay.
This seemingly simple exercise unleashes a wave of creativity and reveals hidden problem-solving skills within the team.
So they're tapping into their imagination to find practical solutions.
It's a great example of how seemingly unrelated activities can spark innovation and bring out the best in people.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
From there, what happens?
The team goes on to define their shared values.
Okay.
Responsibility, appreciation, sustainability, and enthusiasm.
Yeah.
These values become the foundation for their company culture.
Right.
And even help them connect with clients on a deeper level.
Values are so important for any team, but how do they make sure they're more than just words on a wall?
They start collecting stories.
Okay.
Real-life anecdotes that bring their values to life, making them tangible and relatable for everyone.
So they're using storytelling to make those values stick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Stories are powerful. They connect with people emotionally and make information memorable. Absolutely. One story that stands out involves Johannes,
Okay.
known for his quick thinking. During a workshop, another team member, Klaus,
Okay.
nearly lost a finger in an accident.
Oh, no.
Johannes immediately took charge,
Wow.
got Klaus to the hospital, and ultimately saved his finger.
Wow. Talk about going above and beyond.
Yeah.
What a powerful example of responsibility and caring for your team.
It is.
Yeah.
And it shows how building trust through acts that go beyond work responsibilities strengthens the bonds within a team.
I bet that story resonated with everyone who heard it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it reinforced the value of responsibility in a way that a simple statement never could.
Right.
They also have a great story about Urs,
Okay.
their resident prankster and magician.
Okay.
He's often criticized for not being serious enough,
Uh-huh.
but he uses a magic trick to resolve a customer complaint
Oh.
in a clever and unexpected way.
So even his seemingly unprofessional traits turned out to be assets.
This highlights the importance of recognizing and leveraging everyone's unique talents,
Yeah.
even those that might seem unconventional at first.
It sounds like they're really starting to gel as a team.
They are.
But what about when things inevitably go wrong?
Sure.
How do they handle mistakes?
That's where embracing a growth mindset becomes essential.
Welcome back to our deep dive into building a high-performing team.
Yeah, it's great to be back.
We left off with Jordan Senior Construction embracing a growth mindset.
Right.
Now let's explore how they apply that mindset when faced with a major setback
Okay.
that truly tests their values and communication skills.
So they've made amazing progress.
They have.
But we know the road to success is rarely smooth.
Rarely.
What happens that throws them off course?
Remember how they identified the delivery function as their bottleneck?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out it wasn't just a capacity issue.
Okay.
There was a lack of clarity and accountability, particularly in the sales department.
That sounds like a recipe for trouble. And the person at the center of this is Urs,
Okay.
their sales manager.
Urs.
The same Urs, known for his magic tricks and lighthearted approach.
Wait, Urs. The one who resolved that customer complaint with a magic trick.
The very same.
Oh, okay.
While his casual style had its advantages, it also had a downside when it came to managing contracts and finances.
What happened? What did Urs do?
Urs made some assumptions on a major project with a longtime client,
Oh.
a church they'd worked with for years.
Okay.
He relied on verbal agreements,
Bro.
didn't get everything in writing, and missed some critical details in the cost estimate.
So a lack of attention to detail and clear communication.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
And this resulted in a significant financial loss for the company.
How much are we talking?
A loss of 125,000 euros.
Ouch. That's a serious blow.
It was.
How did the team respond?
Their initial reaction was a mix of shock, anger,
Right.
and a sense of betrayal.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Especially from Elk,
Of course.
who was ultimately responsible for the company's financial health.
So what happened next? Did they fire Urs?
It's interesting because their response wasn't about punishment or blame.
No.
Remember, they'd been working hard to foster a culture of trust and growth.
Right.
They held a meeting,
Okay.
confronted Urs directly, and gave him a chance to explain himself.
That's a tough conversation to have, but
Yeah.
it sounds like they handled it with maturity.
It was a difficult situation.
What was Urs's response?
He seemed genuinely surprised by the severity of the situation.
Really?
He admitted he'd been careless,
Okay.
but argued that he'd always handled things this way, especially with this particular client.
Okay.
And it had never been a problem before.
So he didn't fully grasp the gravity of his actions or
Yeah.
how they impacted the team.
And this is where their commitment to open and honest communication really paid off.
Yeah.
They calmly explained to Urs why his actions were unacceptable.
Okay.
Not just because of the financial loss, but because he violated their shared values of responsibility and transparency.
It's a good reminder that accountability isn't about making someone feel bad.
Yeah.
It's about helping them understand the impact of their choices
Right.
and holding them to a higher standard.
While the team ultimately decided to let Urs go,
Okay.
it wasn't a decision they took lightly.
Right.
It was a difficult but necessary step to protect the company and reinforce their commitment to their values.
So they had to make a tough call.
Yeah.
What steps did they take to prevent something like this from happening again?
This setback was a wake-up call.
Yeah.
They implemented stricter processes, particularly around financial matters.
Okay.
Elk instituted a rule that all cost estimates, contracts, and agreements had to be reviewed and approved by her before going out.
So putting safeguards in place to ensure greater oversight and accountability.
Yes, and they also took steps to empower their team further.
Okay.
Melanie, who was working in sales, was promoted to head of marketing. This showed their willingness to recognize talent and give people opportunities to grow.
It's great that they didn't let this setback paralyze them.
It's important to learn from mistakes.
They used it as an opportunity to learn and improve.
And their commitment to continuous improvement is further highlighted when Johannes,
Okay.
the head of production, decides to retire.
Okay.
He recognizes it's time to pass the torch
Right.
and does so with a lot of grace and foresight.
This transition could have easily been disruptive,
It could have.
especially after everything they'd just been through.
You'd think so.
Yeah.
But instead, it becomes another opportunity for growth.
Okay.
Johannes uses his remaining time to mentor Bodo,
Okay.
a skilled member of the production team, preparing him to take over as the new head of delivery.
Now that's succession planning done right.
Yes.
Johannes clearly prioritized the long-term success of the team.
This seamless transition is a testament to the trust and respect they'd built.
Yeah.
They navigated this change without drama or disruption.
They seem to be firing on all cylinders at this point. What's next for them on their journey to high performance?
One of the most significant shifts comes when they decide to make financial information transparent to all employees.
That sounds pretty radical,
It is a bold move.
especially for a construction company. What was the thinking behind that?
They recognized that sharing financial information wasn't just about transparency.
Okay.
It was about fostering a sense of ownership and shared responsibility for the company's success.
So everyone understands how the business is doing and how their work contributes to the bigger picture.
Exactly. It's not just about seeing the numbers.
Right.
It's about giving people the tools and knowledge to understand what those numbers mean and how their individual efforts impact the bottom line.
They're not just employees anymore.
No.
They're stakeholders invested in the company's success on a whole new level.
And to further reinforce that sense of shared success,
Okay.
they introduce a profit-sharing program.
Interesting.
Everyone benefits when the company does well.
Talk about aligning incentives. It's a powerful way to motivate people and create a true team spirit. What impact did this have on the team?
The impact was undeniable. Morale soared,
Okay.
productivity increased,
Right.
and they developed an even stronger sense of camaraderie and shared purpose.
That's fantastic.
But it's important to remember that high performance isn't a destination.
Right.
It's an ongoing journey.
So even with all these changes, they still face challenges.
Of course,
Yeah.
there are always new obstacles to overcome and new opportunities to seize.
And in the next part of our deep dive, we'll explore how they continue to adapt, innovate,
Okay.
and achieve a level of success they never thought possible. Welcome back to the deep dive. We're in the final stretch of our exploration of Jordan Senior Construction's incredible journey to becoming a high-performing team. They've tackled internal conflicts, refined their processes, and even embraced financial transparency.
They've truly transformed their team dynamics and achieved a level of success many wouldn't have thought possible. But their story doesn't end there. The journey to high performance is ongoing, requiring constant adaptation and a willingness to embrace new ideas.
So what challenges do they face next? What new hurdles emerge on their path?
One significant challenge is a shift in their client base. They've relied heavily on church-funded projects, but they start noticing a decline in these types of commissions.
That makes sense. As society changes, traditional funding sources for those projects might be drying up. It's a challenge many businesses face, adapting to a changing market while staying true to their core values.
Exactly. They need to diversify their client base without losing their identity. Remember, their why is all about serving seniors. To address this, they turn to a niche strategy.
What exactly does that mean? What is a niche strategy?
It's about focusing on a specific market segment where they can become the undisputed experts, the go-to solution for a particular problem. Instead of trying to be everything to everyone, they hone in on a niche where they can truly excel.
So how did they go about finding their niche?
Well, through careful analysis and brainstorming,
Okay.
they realize their niche is offering comprehensive solutions for senior living facilities.
Okay.
Not just the construction itself, but the whole package. Specialized features, technologies, everything designed to meet the unique needs of this demographic.
It sounds like they're leveraging their passion for serving seniors and packaging it in a way that sets them apart from the competition.
Precisely. And this strategy gets a boost when Melanie, now their head of marketing, learns about a large sports complex being planned
Okay.
with a dedicated area for seniors, individuals with disabilities.
That sounds as a perfect fit for them.
It is. They see it as an opportunity to showcase their commitment to innovation and inclusivity. They're not just building structures, they're creating spaces that promote well-being, accessibility, and community.
So they're expanding their client base while staying true to their values.
Absolutely. They develop a proposal that showcases their unique expertise, highlighting their ability to adapt and collaborate to seize new opportunities. This project becomes a testament to their growth as a team.
It's inspiring to see how they're thinking outside the box and finding creative ways to grow.
And to support this expansion, they make another bold move. They acquire a company specializing in emergency call systems for seniors.
So they're adding another layer to their comprehensive solutions approach.
Yes, but this acquisition brings its own set of challenges. They now have two distinct business units, each with its own culture and ways of doing things. Integrating them seamlessly is crucial for their overall success.
I bet those company ventilators played a key role in this process.
They did. A key focus was fostering open communication and knowledge sharing between the two units. They encouraged cross-training, joint workshops, even social events to break down silos and build relationships.
It's like they're weaving together two different threads to create something stronger and more vibrant.
That's a great way to put it. And as they navigate this integration, they face another challenge: ensuring everyone stays aligned with the company's vision and values as they grow.
Maintaining that shared understanding becomes even more critical as the team expands.
They realize that simply telling people what to do isn't enough. They need to create a shared narrative, a compelling story that everyone understands and connects with.
Can you elaborate on this narrative idea? What does that look like in practice?
They weave together the company's purpose, values, and strategic goals into a cohesive story. This narrative is communicated in everything from internal meetings to marketing materials, even casual conversations.
So it's a story that everyone can tell. A way to explain not just what they do, but why it matters.
Exactly. It gives meaning to their work and helps everyone understand how their individual efforts contribute to the company's success. And it's not just about crafting the narrative, it's about living it, breathing it into every aspect of their work.
It's a powerful way to create a shared sense of purpose.
And the results speak for themselves. In a few years, they double their revenue while maintaining the same number of employees. Their profitability skyrockets, and they become known for their exceptional quality, innovation, and client satisfaction.
Those are incredible results. It shows that investing in your team, fostering trust, and embracing a shared vision can lead to real, tangible success.
Their success doesn't go unnoticed. They receive numerous awards, including recognition as a great place to work, a testament to their commitment to creating a positive and supportive environment.
It's a powerful example of a company achieving both financial success and a thriving, engaged workforce.
And their story underscores the importance of continuous learning and adaptation. Even as they celebrate their achievements, they're looking ahead, anticipating future challenges, and refining their approach.
They're not resting on their laurels. They're embracing that growth mindset we talked about, always striving to improve.
One of the most inspiring aspects is Elke's transformation. She goes from feeling overwhelmed and uncertain to leading with confidence and purpose.
It's amazing to see how she grows alongside her team, learning to trust her instincts and delegate effectively.
She realizes that taking care of herself, setting boundaries, and prioritizing her well-being is essential for effective leadership.
It's a good reminder that strong leadership isn't about self-sacrifice. It's about empowering yourself to empower others.
As we wrap up our deep dive, I'm struck by the universal application of these lessons. While their industry might be unique, the principles of clear communication, trust, shared vision, and continuous learning are relevant to any team.
I completely agree. It's been an incredible journey. And it's clear that building a high-performing team isn't about grand gestures. It's about consistent actions and daily choices that create a ripple effect of positive change.
So as you reflect on this story, ask yourself, what's one small step I can take today to foster a more positive and productive dynamic within my own team?
That's a great question to ponder. We hope this deep dive has provided you with valuable insights and inspiration to build incredible teams of your own. Until next time.